Greetings. This is Mushtaq Memon, Professor Emeritus from Washington State University. Recently, I came across a very interesting article in New York Times. So I created this title based upon that, which says From Ancient Egypt to Modern Homes, the Enduring Charm of Cats. So the article was all about what it says, title as a messy problem in orderly Singapore, keeping track of cats. So what this problem was all about is that in 1989, the government banned cats in public housing. They had quite a few people moved in public housing. By the way, Singapore, as I'm sure many of you are aware, is a city-state. Close to Malaysia and Indonesia and East Asia. Very well off country, in fact. Their per capita income is very similar to United States. Very small population, so they have quite a bit rules and regulations that people have to follow. So this was another situation where they said, okay, no cats in public housing, because they said they are generally difficult to contain. Well, so about 2 months ago, in September 2024, they reversed that law because they saw quite a few cats running around, stray cats, besides the people who kept in their homes, which they were not supposed to. As you can see in this picture, a lady is playing with the two cats, and she owns about 5 cats in her own apartment. So now, according to the new law, they have allowed people to keep only 2 cats per household. Now, the love for cats go a long time way back. In Egyptian civilization, according to the literature, they started domesticating African wild cats almost 4,000 years ago. And they worship cats. In fact, a well-known cat, called Bastet, has half cat and half woman. And they felt so strongly about cats that this was a very important part of their life. For instance, if a cat dies, their owners shaved their eyebrows and kept it mourning until the eyebrows grew back. They considered cats as providing protection from snakes and scorpions, and also keeping their grain safe from rats and mice. It was such a strong, feeling about the cats that they had punishment by death if somebody killed a cat or even accidentally cat was killed. And that was 4,000 years ago, in Egyptian civilization. But a little more closer, about 6th century, there was a gentleman named Abu Huraira. Abu Huraira means, really, literally means the father of a kitten. And some people call him the father of the cat. Now, why is the name of that? He loved cats. And for he is important in a way that he was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad of Islam. So Muslims have tendency to have a cat in the household versus a dog. As a veterinarian, I have treated quite a few cats, and some of them are very beautiful. You just can't, stop at loving them. So I was just curious to find out how many cat breeds are in the world. Well, come to find out, there are almost about close to 100 recognized breeds, but depends who you read. But very well known International Cat Association recognizes about 73 breeds, cat breeds, for the championship competition, whereas the Cat Fancier Association recognizes 45 purebred cats. So when you're talking about having cats, I was curious about to see what's happening in the United States. A recent survey of the household pets, which was conducted by American Veterinary Medical Association shows they close about 35% of the households in the United States own cat. Obviously, dogs are more, about 45% households. The total cats in the United States are a little over 42 million, versus about 60 million dogs. Talking about household cats, it was very interesting when I was preparing this video. Another article showed up in New York Times about Dr. Harold Sims, who just passed away. He started, having this household cat museum in North Carolina. And then his hobby started after he retired. But now he passed away. He was almost close to 90 years age. So this museum he started back in 2017. And he was such a cat-loving guy that he accumulated almost 10,000 themed artifacts of cats. And in fact, it went so far that in his museum, there are also mummies, Egyptian mummy cats there. And they go back all the way to maybe close to 300 BC. So what is this stray cat problem? Why we have so many unwanted cats? Well, come to think of, the kitten can start being fertile as early as 4 months of age. So this unspayed cat can really, if she gets bred, she gets pregnant. And the pregnancy duration is very short, close to about 2 months. So she could turn around and have a kittens born, maybe somewhere from 5 to 10 per pregnancy. So pretty soon they multiply very quickly. So this is why it's strongly recommended that those folks who just want to love for kitten and have a cat in their household, have them spayed so that you don't need to worry about getting them pregnant. Okay, so getting back to Singapore problem. The government mentions that there are about 13,000 stray cats in that public housing. So this new order, which had been passed about 2 months ago in September of 2024, says there are only 2 cats, per household. Now, how are they going to reinforce it? Well, it's interesting. They said, okay, there's 2-year transition period. So you get your house in order, not more than 2 cats, and then we will get some public opinion, and then we will enforce the law. So we wish them well. So with that, I'm going to stop this presentation and invite your questions and comments. Please go ahead and send it to me on YouTube, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you.